Hello. That was a very dramatic movement, but welcome back. I don't know if you're new or returning, and today I'd like to do another rant. Don't worry, this isn't an angry, something that bothers me rant. This is a very happy, something I want to rant about something I love doing, and I think everyone should at least try. And that is meal prepping. Oh my god. Meal prepping is incredible. Before, when I was on my weight loss journey, I would make sandwiches. I'd use a wrap, some lunch meat, some cheese, lettuce, tomato, and that'd be my lunch and dinner. And that was, one, lunch meats are getting so crazy expensive. Two, you're not getting a ton of protein. You're not getting a ton of anything else. Food volume-wise, that's tiny. And while prepping that, I would eat a couple extra slices of cheese or an extra tortilla or two. And it was just very hard to sit in a calorie deficit eating like that. And I would throw in extra veggies on the side, but veggies can only go so far. It wasn't very satisfying. I enjoyed the sandwiches, but it wasn't the most satisfying meals of my life. It was sad and pathetic. And it got to the point, and this is a very stupid reason to start meal prepping, but for several weeks in a row, I'm talking multiple times, I would buy the tortillas. They'd all be stuck together. I'd peel them apart and they'd tear, and it was just what is wrong with these tortillas? I was so fed up. I'm you know what? I ordered cheap plastic bento boxes that were microwave safe online just to see if I didn't like them and didn't like meal prepping, it wasn't a major loss. So I picked a couple recipes, got the bentos, bought the ingredients, meal prepped, and I was when I was counting the calories for that week, I'm that's not right. That's way lower than the sandwiches. And then I double checked my the tracking of the ingredients, and I'm yeah, no, that is completely accurate. And I was able. Now those two recipes have bumped up the calories by adding more food because I could eat more food. It was fantastic. It's great. You can get more food volume for less calories. I had a massive bowl of ratatouille for lunch, which was what I'm meal prepping lunch this week, and the whole bowl was 500 something calories. That's not bad for a meal. The website I got it from, that recipe from, said 5 servings, but I'm no, we're splitting it 4 ways, so it's a little higher, but also higher protein content, so it's a win-win. So meal prepping is great if you want to lose, maintain, or gain weight. It's great for putting on muscle if you're bulking and cutting. It just allows you to monitor what you're putting in, your food more if you're meal prepping. And once you get good at cooking, you can modify recipes. This sweet potato dish I make, I started adding ground turkey because I wanted more protein. And that was the right choice. It is even better with the turkey in it. But it's you can prep and control your food really closely. And it's a lot I see it as a lot it feels a lot like takeout, because most days I don't even have to think about it. I just go, I'm gonna eat my food, take it out of the microwave, or not, well, I guess I do take it out of the microwave at some point, but I take it out of the fridge, microwave it, and it's good to go. And I get to eat delicious home-cooked meals that are made with actual food ingredients instead of things that make something that resembles food that you'd get from a restaurant, or not all restaurants, but McDonald's and stuff. It's not technically food, but you get home cooked food without having to home cook food every day. And if you have your meal prep in the fridge, you're less likely to go order takeout, because you're oh, I have dinner in the fridge already. I just need to heat it up, and so you'll be ordering less takeout, and it is just fantastic for just controlling your weight goals or your fitness goals, making sure you're getting proper nutrition, which a lot of people don't get proper nutrition because they're eating junk all the time. So it's really a convenient way to get that nutrition. And ever since I started trying it, I've meal prepped just about every week. There's some weeks where dinner I don't meal prep. Instead, I just do a stir fry every night, or oatmeal or something, which, it's still healthier more filling than a sandwich. bowl of oatmeal with fruit and protein powder. But it's like, you know, I'm able to more control my protein intake, my fat intake. It's just amazing. I highly recommend it, especially if you are a single adult. And you can do it cheaply too. If you buy ingredients in bulk, cook in bulk, and then freeze it, you're gonna save money than buying single serve or frozen meals. So it's a really good option if you're looking for healthy foods. And I think they're a great alternative to the frozen meals, because the frozen meals are tiny in portion size, and like a tiny chicken pot pie that's like this big, and it's not gonna fill you up. I could eat like 4 of those easily. Those are like 480 calories. That massive bowl of ratatouille I had, I am stuffed, and that was like 560 calories. So it's like, and it's made with actual like eggplant, zucchini, it's fresh vegetables, it's got chicken in it, it's got a lot more to it than just, this is potentially food. So I think it's, if you want quick and easy, and you don't mind putting a little work up front, it's fantastic. And I know it's tough if you don't like cooking. They do have meal prep services. I don't know any off the top of my head, and I think the really good ones you'd have to find local to your area. I'll probably do research into that and see what's up, but for now, if you like cooking and don't have time to cook, this is awesome, because, you know, you're cooking in bulk, and it's a lot easier to cook in bulk. It's just so much easier than just trying the alternate way. And one of the other things I've noticed is they don't sell ingredients, like food ingredients in single serve. Like chicken, like a pack of chicken usually has 2 enormous chicken breasts. That's not one meal. That is like, you could split that between 4 meals comfortably, and a single adult's not going to eat a pound and a half of chicken breast for lunch or dinner, unless they're a professional bodybuilder and they're bulking like crazy. Or like a can of corn. No one's gonna eat an entire can of corn. Or like most ingredients don't come in single serves, which is tough if you're a single adult trying to cook, unless you're a single adult trying to meal prep, because then you can make a recipe for 4 people, because most recipes are feeding families, and then just split it over 4 days and you're good to go. And a lot of recipes, you can find recipes online where you can make it in bulk, like chili, soup. There's probably a lot more. Those are the 2 I go to when I go to freeze them. But you can make big bulk foods and freeze them. And this is great if you like meal prepping but don't want to eat the same thing every day. I personally am fine eating the same thing every day. I ate the same sandwich for lunch and dinner every day for like 3 years. So eating the same meal for a week, I'm completely fine with, especially if it's like a different lunch, different dinner. Some meals make 8 servings, so I have the same lunch and same dinner for a week. But it's like, it is, if you don't mind eating the same thing every day for a week, it is an amazing way to, one, save money, because you're not buying takeout every single day, and that's expensive. It's like $15 for a meal. And that adds up. Like 2 meals a day, $30 a day. That adds up. Meal prepping is cheaper than takeout. It's more nutritionally balanced, and if you're trying to manage your weight in any way, shape, or form, I'm talking gain, loss, or maintenance, meal prepping allows you to get that control, and you get delicious home cooked food that is cheaper than a restaurant or any takeout place. So I just absolutely love meal prepping. I highly recommend it. I love cooking in general, so it's great, but I don't have a ton of time, so it's like great. I get to cook, and I just get to cook twice a week. Sometimes I'll do stir fries on the weekend when my meal prep runs out, but that's fine. On the weekend I have more time. During the week I don't, and it's just I highly recommend it. If you are wanting to eat home cooked food and don't have the time to cook dinner every day, try it. Find a few websites. I will link in the description below a website that I use when I want to try something new but don't know what I want to eat. They have recipes, and they list out the macros and give pretty simple yet effective instructions on how to cook it. It's called Budget Bites. Bites like bite of data. I'll link it in the description for y'all. That website is really good. Their recipes typically feed between 4 and 8. So that is perfect for meal prepping. And some of them you might want to freeze like 2 of them, or like freeze some of them and then take them out later in the week, depending on the ingredients. I know some ingredients don't like to stay in the fridge for more than 2 or 3 days. Just do your research on that one. And usually the recipe tells you in the description how long it stays good in the fridge. So it's a really good website. I'll link it below. But yeah, I think that concludes my rant. I highly recommend meal prepping. I absolutely love it. I get to eat the most delicious and wonderful food every week. I'm improving my cooking skills, which is fantastic. It's saving me some money on takeout, buying lunch at the cafeteria at work. It's so much more satisfying and filling than sandwiches. So just every part of it I love. It is fantastic. I highly recommend it to just about anybody. And, you know, I just say give it a try. You never know. Give a few recipes a try and you never know. You might think it's vastly superior than any of the alternatives. And worst case, you can freeze some and just have them ready like frozen dinners for nights you're too busy to cook. Like, there are options. A lot of stuff freezes for months at a time. So, you know, it's a really simple solution if you're willing to put up a little bit of time up front. Alright, rant aside, if you made it this far, thank you so much. And hopefully, if you like this content, comment what kind of food you like and if you have tried meal prepping in the past. And if you like my content or my other rants, I will put a little thing to my rant playlist. I'm going to rant about various topics throughout the weeks to come, don't worry. And if you like my content or are interested in food, fitness, and running, please consider subscribing. I truly appreciate it. And hopefully I will catch you in the next one, and have a good day.